What up, everybody? Welcome to the THN television show. I got two guests today with me, Ronin Gray and ER, rapper, rappers, actors. So you guys say you guys got a new video promo, right?
Yeah, we got a new music video coming out, directed by Hood Vlogs, a YouTuber. It was supposed to come out last week, but we're still ironing out some of the kinks with the marketing.
Right.
But it's on the way, and it's we have we'd like it to do well. So I wanted to wait till it was out before we came to meet with you, but it still hasn't came out. But it's coming, So
by when do you guys think it's gonna pop out?
Probably next week.
Like next week?
Yeah, next
Real
week.
soon.
So be on the lookout.
So
yeah.
pretty much we're doing like a promo here on
Yeah.
THN.
Yeah.
We're kind of like the first one to let
You,
one
man,
of the first one to let the
you
people
the
know.
first one, yeah, man.
Thank you for that privileges, man, to
Yeah.
do that. So acting.
Yes.
What movies have you done or films?
Lately I've been I shot this film called Happy Face. We shot it in Montreal, Canada, and this whole year I've been blessed to be a part of this film, and we've been promoting it in Montreal. We did it at the ArcLight in Hollywood. We were in Newport Beach. Next month we're at the Slam Dance, Park City, Utah, and next month I'm going to be at the Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas. It's directed by this French Canadian director. His name Alexander Franke, and it's an awesome story. It has a great message behind it, and it's raw. Yeah, it's a good film to check out for.
So, at what age did you start saying like, oh, I wanna act, I wanna like at what age did you decide like, oh, this is my thing right here?
Man, you know what? When I got into the business, I never really thought of myself as an actor, really, or getting into it. I had a passion for film and watching movies and just the art behind it. But as far as the being a talent, that kind of just happened in my path, my journey, man. And I just took a hold of it and embraced it, and now we're here,
So tell me a little bit about your music. Is it gonna be just a video, or you guys have a new
We got a whole album out with those promo stickers that we gave you. It's called ER versus RG. So we're both we know that
ER
controversy stirs the pot. So we put it like we're challenging each other to up our skills, But that's already available on all digital platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play. But so now we're rolling out some of the music videos to help promote it. The music video is the commercial to help sell the music, And yeah, so that's it. And we do it because we love it. We're passionate about it. We both met on the set doing some background acting probably over 10 years ago at Warner Brothers. And we just clicked up because we know that you have a lot more. You can do a lot more if you join forces together versus trying to do everything by yourself.
Like an alliance, right? Like
Correct.
More like an alliance.
But it was natural though. It wasn't like forced. Like me and Triple O. We just naturally clicked and we're able to naturally work together really good musically. And yeah, man. It's,
there's people in your life you're gonna meet that you work with well, and it's organic. Sometimes there's business relationships that you have and they start off with money and then maybe they become friendships but sometimes there's relationships that just happen that it just works, because you guys kind of both have the same vision too,
You guys click up.
We're
you guys click up. That's the
clicking up,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, so I seen like on Facebook, man, you guys went to Europe. You think you could tell us a little bit about your trip in Europe? I think
he was there recently.
Okay,
yeah,
you were there, right? But he was not with you, right?
No,
Okay,
he went on his own. He's been doing traveling, filming movies, going to Europe too. I just went just to check it out, as a guy who grew up in Boyle Heights, Los Angeles, East Los Angeles. It's good for us to get out of the country just to help see more of the world, So I have roots in the Azores in Portugal, so I went to the Azores. I went to Lisbon. I went to Barcelona, Spain. I went to Paris, France. I went to Berlin, Germany. I went to Stockholm, Sweden. I went to Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and then I went to England. I went to London, Manchester, and Yorkshire, and then And then I thought it was time to come home, so then I came home. But I was just doing independent, just traveling, you know, just to see what it, when the music or the movie stuff hits, I already want to be comfortable with running that race. I already want to know what it is, you know. So
like you guys are trying to kind of like conquer a new, like you put your music out there with new how do you say that, new continents, like maybe Asia, maybe Europe.
Yeah. You don't know, you know, like we've talked about it before, but it would be really great. Like, let's say, we're American artists, but our music doesn't hit that well here, but we're able to hit outside of the country and generate a lot of money, and then live here, and we don't have the drama with the fame. It's out of the country. You know what I'm saying? That would be bomb, right? Like if you you in Europe and
you know, and I feel like sometimes naturally just people outside of your city or your the state or the country, they appreciate it more, kind of.
Yeah, because like right here, like being Chicano or whatever in Los Angeles, we're a dime a dozen. But when you go to Europe, we stand out.
Yeah, like
we rare. You know what I mean? So
when they see, well, from what I've seen, like Mr. Capone, Mr. Capone is big already.
Yeah,
right?
he's big.
But
he's big.
He's considered Chicano, but we all know he's Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
we all know he's Middle Eastern, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, he's doing it for the culture, man.
He's
you know?
putting out his music out there.
Yeah.
Shout outs to High Power, by the way. Yeah. But yeah. So, what about Mexico? What do you guys think about going to TJ to perform over there? Like, you guys are planning on doing that?
I think Mexico is beautiful. I have roots in Jalisco, so you know I go and I travel. And I was just there in January. Then I was there again in May. I haven't really been too much. I've been to like Zacatecas, Aguascalientes, that part of Mexico. TJ, I always was kind of real you know, it's sketchy because there's a lot of stuff on the border towns that happens that you got to be careful with. But for the most part, I'm down. I'm open for performing anywhere, you know, as long as the environment's safe and everyone's there to have a good time and listen to the music. I'm with it, man, because it's all about the people, too.
Right.
And if the people there want us to be there, then we'll go. Right. You know? They just got to let us know where they want us to go.
We're down to travel everywhere. You know, his roots, Mexico, my roots from my pop side in Central America, Nicaragua. And, man, you know, so we have no problem expanding our music culturally.
Okay, so back to you now.
Yes.
Back to him now. We said we were gonna have fun, man. We were gonna have fun. We were gonna do our thing, you know.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so your roots come from. You said I heard it from Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys ever plan on going, like, if you guys are offered to go down there to Nicaragua, maybe Panama, Colombia, you know, like
yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, I'm down, man. I'm down, and I've never been.
You will though.
I will.
You will.
Yeah,
He's like, you will.
I will.
He's like, you will.
It's.
I think you guys will, because I personally like you guys' music. Like,
thank you.
I think you guys' music is like positive.
Yeah.
But it's some people might think it's negative, but it's not. It's reality.
Yeah, it is reality.
It happens on the street. It happens on
the tracks.
On the tracks, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like they say, not everybody likes ice cream. Not everybody, you know what I mean? Not everybody likes cheese, so you know that's a classic one right there, man. So if they don't like it, well, you guys can keep hearing, man. Because I know you guys. I know they will still be hearing it. They'll be like, "Oh, that food sounds better." They'll be like, "Damn." Like, you know, some people that be hating sometimes, man. Like, you know, when they start hating.
The key to being an artist and be creative is just to not give up. You know, you're gonna have ups and downs through your whole career, especially like if you're a DJ and you want to do radio or you want to be an actor, you're going to have peaks and valleys, and there's going to be times where it's hard and there's going to be times where it's good. But if this is something that you really want, you just got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because those times when you're doing it when you don't want to is the times that it counts the most, and those are the ones that are getting you closer and closer to your success. You know,
it's kind of like when you go to work, you're 9 to 5, 5 days out the week, right? The time where you don't feel like going the most is usually the time where, when you do go, something positive happens. Like,
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
That time where you didn't want to go, where you was like, man, but then something good happens.
Yeah, like last time when we had Big Haps right here, you know who Big Haps is, right?
Yeah, I seen the interview.
like I was already thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna cancel. Like this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And then I came all like a little bit down, and I saw the story, and I was like, oh shoot, like this is for me. Like I wanna interview people. I wanna be myself.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
your environment inspires you.
Yeah, like
that's
like,
good.
and then you also inspire me because you say a lot of positive things. You know,
Appreciate it.
Big O does like a lot
Pastor
of
O.
people.
Yeah, Pastor
Or
O.
Pastor O, yeah. Or how does he call himself right now?
Oluche, Big O.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to say hi to the live.
Oh.
Yeah.
My battery was dying.
So okay, you want to charge your phone?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's okay, man. Like people can know what we're not.
It was gonna die
Nah,
on me.
it's
So
all good.
I-
Let yours run.
yeah.
Yours is cool. Yours is running.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So you guys been to? We already talked about the music. The music video. Like, can you explain behind the scenes? Like, if.
So this music video, we done another music video called Black Coffee. I sent it to you. It's already out on YouTube, and it did probably about 20,000 views, and that was really our first time actually collaborating on a music video. Since then, ER has made a few guest appearances in other music videos, but I wanted to show us together doing more rapping, you know, like more of the teamwork. So I had hooked up with Hood Vlogs, and I did the Boyle Heights vlog, and I wanted to do something that kind of was like a music video, but kind of like interlink it with the vlog. So that's kind of what the theme of it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of like out there just
Yeah.
mixing the vlog style with the music video style. But we shot it. It looks really good. It's a cool record, you know. It's a cool record,
we got Lolo's in it. We were on the east side. We were in South Central.
Yeah.
We were in Watts by the
Woody
Watts Towers.
Boulevard, right?
No. We were down in like South
in
Central
South
and Watts
Central.
and
Yeah,
Compton. And,
Whittier Boulevard. That's the east. That's the east side.
What are you guys thinking about? Like, if maybe one day, right? Like, will you guys ever? I know he will. I mean, he's from East LA. Will you guys ever film on the Whittier Boulevard big sign? If you guys could?
man, it's all good.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have
you guys
any
will.
objection.
Yeah.
I don't film out there very much because I grew up in Boyle Heights, which is like
Right.
East Side but East Central kind of.
We-
You know what I'm
we-
saying?
we-
A lot of people say, "Oh, Boyle Heights is East LA," but it's not.
It's east of downtown, you know. But it depends what generation you're from. It is East LA, but it's not. It's still its own section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, you know, Commerce or whatever, they don't want to say East LA or whatever too, even though they are. You know what I'm saying? So everybody divides their stuff, but I represent the section. You know what I'm saying?
As long as we get the OG the props from the OGs, they give us permission to be in the hood and film on Whittier. I'm all down for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what ultimately what it is. In LA, you gotta have.
We'll do
Yeah.
some. We'll do some.
ER said it, man, about the OGs. I didn't say
Yeah.
nothing, man. ER said it, man. Shout outs to the OGs, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't because of them, you know, we probably wouldn't have rap music. I mean, there was already hip hop, right? Like Vanilla Ice and all that, but they never talk about what happened in Compton, what happened in Watts, what happens in. They never really talk about none of those stuff. I believe from my research, correct me if I'm wrong, I think NWA was one of the first ones, right, to rap gangster rap.
Well, it was like Ice-T was one of the first ones in
KRS
Los Angeles, you know.
KRS-One
Okay.
was one of.
And Schoolie D was where where Ice-T got his inspiration from, which was a dude from like, I think he was from Chicago or St. Louis. You
Even
never heard that?
Rakim.
Yeah.
Rakim. We could take it back. We could go back, you know.
Yeah. Rakim, I mean, KRS-One, they used to have Criminal Minds. That was the name of their crew. That was pretty gangster if you call it Criminal Minds, you know?
Because there's also,
Yeah.
like, he remembers. It's all like he remembers.
Yeah.
So there's a myth that supposedly hip hop. I think I did my research and it says that it started on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
But they used to do it like sampling, right?
Uh-huh.
And then right here on the West Coast, they start like using the keyboards, right? The piano, right?
I don't know.
There's
I mean,
like a little.
the history of it starts in the South Bronx, you know. That's where they would do the music and they'd play outside, and then the music sounds different in the West Coast because the producers on the West Coast were sampling different songs. They were sampling more funk, more like
Parliament,
more
G-Funk,
soul music,
yeah.
and then the producers on the East Coast were sampling different records, and that just, I don't know.
It had a more break beats and rhymes, more kind of like
West Coast pop. What is it called? Pop.
East Coast had more of that where you could break dance too, you know, and it was more kind of a more rugged sample.
I think the tone was like a lower like tone. Like if you think of like
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, Protect Your Neck, and Cream, all those records are really good, but the sound samples are different. And then when you go to someone like Dr. Dre and The Chronic, you're listening to Parliament Funkadelic being sampled,
Earth, Wind, and
it's a
Fire.
whole different vibe.
The G-Funk, right?
Yeah.
The
G-Funk,
they got
yeah.
that from Sapp and Rogers. And,
Yeah,
and,
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Who else?
Earth, Wind, and Fire, and
And
you
then I
know,
think there was some dude
Cameo.
named Bootleg, something like that. Well, I might be saying it
Bootsy
wrong.
Collins?
Bootsy
Collins,
Collins,
yeah.
Collins.
yeah, that's part of the Parliament and
All those
yeah.
guys come from James Brown and
From-
George Clinton and all that.
Yeah,
you know?
all those
That's-
George Clinton
Yeah.
from Ohio over there
Yeah.
With Sapp and Roger, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
Sapp
yeah,
and-
yeah.
Before Roger, sadly, he got shot by his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lester. That's what they say. But I don't know. That's what they say. I don't want Terry to just, because I know Terry a little bit,
Yeah.
and I don't want him to get all mad and anything,
Uh-huh.
you know. And I got an MC Magic. You know MC Magic, right? You
Yeah,
familiar with
I've
MC
never
Magic?
met him personally, but I know who he is. Yeah.
I have a talk box from him.
Oh, cool, cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, it blew up, but
Yeah.
I got it. So
Cool.
yeah, that was a good gift that he gave me. Paul Eagle, you're not familiar with Mr. Groove?
Who's Mr. Groove?
He does. He builds talk boxes around the internet.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not familiar with him.
No. If you guys want to check him out,
Paul Eagle.
if you ever want to use the talk box, you know, just hit him up. Paul
Okay,
Eagle.
cool,
Sometimes he lags it on the payments, but like me, but I'm just messing around. But yeah, man, he's that was something personal. But I was trying to be a clown.
It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, it's all right, man. At the end, you know, we're all blessed, man. We all do our thing. What else? What else can I
We
add?
have another video that may be coming out pretty soon. In a few,
Probably
we're gonna
like 2
let
months. I would say 2 months.
2 months.
We'll let one come, and then we already have the other one ready. So we're gonna put one video out, kind of let it buzz a little bit, and then as
Right.
it dies down, we'll drop another one. You know?
But this one is very conscious. It's very social commentary and what we're living in now, you know. So it has a message behind it and some feelings, and it's called Diversify or Die. It's on the ER versus RG album.
The one that
Yeah. So
it's produced by a guy named Black Metaphor out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's done like records for The Game. He's done records for Rick Ross. He's done records for I think like Talib Kweli or something like that.
Yeah,
Or
so it
he's
has
done
that
a lot,
feel.
like a
Has
lot
that
of
feel.
the record. If you hear the music, it's like it's a good groove, good vibe. You know.
Yeah, definitely conscious rap. Definitely conscious.
I asked Ronin. I asked him once this, and I'm gonna ask you now this.
All right.
Hold on. Which actor or rapper would you want to work with?
You know, I will want to work with Drake. So if you
With
out there,
Drake.
Drake, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
He's watching the live right now.
Yeah, man. I like how he makes songs. Is some people hate on him, but he's the top of the game.
Everybody, for me, like,
Yeah, if he touches you, you're gonna blow up.
Yeah.
oh, in that way,
Yeah.
in that way.
Look at
In that way. I was like, nah, I'm just kidding.
Funny guy.
I'm just, you know me with my funny.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, I learned it from Big O. You know how he likes
Yeah.
to make comedy.
yeah.
We're not gonna go there with that. We could cut that with that shit. But yeah,
Actor wise, I want to work with Denzel.
with Denzel.
Yeah, Denzel.
You will.
Yeah, I will work with Denzel for sure. Yeah, so Denzel Washington, where you at? We're gonna do a film together.
You can hook it up. He's like, you think you can hook it up? You guys know a lot of people, man, out there. I was talking to the engineer. You could say something if you want.
I mean, hey, what's up, guys? Theo in the engineer booth,
Yeah,
baby.
Theo,
THN TV, baby.
He over there orchestrating it, telling me to get close to the mic.
Oh, yeah. I want to make you guys look good, you know?
Yeah, I don't have to do that no more. Like I used to do it in Kill Radio.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Nah, it's not a.
I mean, we are way
it's
better,
not-
so.
Yeah. Look, he knows.
That's right. Shout outs to the Unfunny Network.
Hell yeah.
We're right here on the
Thanks, man.
network. Well, we're not live on the network because that's something personal. But yeah, that's something personal. But no, it was actually in the script. It was supposed. Nah, there's no scripts here. There's no everything's real.
Yeah.
We fuck up. It is what it is.
It's real time.
And people that know me, I'm just myself. I don't care.
Yeah, that's all we can be is ourselves.
We're gonna
man.
have fun. That's what we said. We're gonna
Yeah.
have fun, and then pretty much, yeah. Like he's on his phone texting his girlfriend over there.
Have to take care of it.
All right. So what about? Do you say you wanted to work with Big O once, right? Remember you said you wanted to do a song with him?
No,
we got a
we've
song
already
with
done a couple
You guys
records with
already
them.
done
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
a couple of them.
yeah, we've done a couple of records with them already.
But you got to listen to the one on ER versus RG. It's called On and On.
On and on.
On
And where can they find your music?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Digital, everywhere digital.
I mean,
Yeah.
I already know, but they probably they didn't know.
I mean, if you like Deezer, if you out there in Europe and those other countries, we got it on Deezer. It's on Tidal. It's on Spotify, Pandora Music,
Google Play,
iHeartRadio,
Pandora, Spotify.
Yeah, all those good stuff. So ER versus RG. All you gotta do is search that, Google that. Analytics will take you right to right where you need to go.
Yeah.
They're over here timing me, but that's okay.
That's cool. That's
cool.
cool.
Hey, what about the comedian? Remember, I saw you on the
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
I did comedy
Cool
last year.
beans.
If you want to watch my set, it's on my YouTube channel,
Right.
and
He killed it.
you could go to Ronin Gray.
Dude,
at
I was
YouTube and
laughing.
and
I
you'll
was
see it.
cracking out.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that, man. I didn't know you had that thing on you, man. I was like, whoa. I was like, he could take Big O split. Nah.
That was my first time. So I just started class again. I'm working on a whole new set because I like doing that, man. It's fun, you know. I like doing it. It's fun. It's good to make people laugh, you know. You can make people laugh. You can make people smile. That's a gift. That's a power that it's good to have, man. You know,
Kind of like what happened right now.
You could walk in and and if you can make your boss laugh at 4 a.m, you have a different kind of power that your other coworkers don't have. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like me. Like when I was a little kid, I'm the same way right now, man. I was like the teacher used to be like, oh, 2 plus 2 is an example. 2 plus 2 is, and I used to be like, I don't know. And then everybody used to just crack out of nowhere, man. You used to crack out of nowhere. I mean, sometimes it didn't make sense when you're a kid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I used to be
You had perfect comedic timing.
Nah, I'm just goofy, man. That's what I do. I'm just goofy. And
but it's really just about going up there, having fun. And it's the reason I did it was because I was afraid to do it. And I think that everything you desire is on the other side of what you fear. So you got to go out there and handle the business. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
You just gotta do it, you know.
We're gonna fix this little thing right here that happened.
Technical.
No, not technical difficult. It's just that these things I'm scared of taking them off. Yeah. Okay. We can always edit the video.
Nice.
Oh, but not the live.
Nah, you'll be all right.
No,
man.
not the live.
Nah. See, the people who watch, THM was gonna be basically about me going to the streets, but I found them, so now I'm doing it right here.
Yeah.
It's safer. It's safer than
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you guys didn't bring no music or
I mean, we
nothing?
could play you if you have an audio jack, I could play you some music off the phone if you want.
Freestyle.
Do you
How
got
about
some
we do
instrumentals or whatever?
RG versus ER
Well,
live?
we could play like a song and then you could give us an instrumental and we'll
Yes.
freestyle. That way you get a little bit of both.
I could beatbox.
He could beat. Let's hear him. Let's hear him.
What kind of how what pace do you want?
I mean, just I don't know. You don't have no instrumentals on there? Or can you play anything off YouTube?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't preprepared for this.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
how
we wasn't either.
about do you have like an audio jack? Can I plug my phone in? Aux cord? And I have instrumentals on my phone.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I can't see any.
All right. Well, disregard then.
We'll just spit freestyle.
All right. Just off the top of the head. I just do some shit like yo Yeah, it's a rumble in the jungle, the war is always on. How can I show remorse for my victims when I feel like killing my mom? Ain't no sensitivity, shit ain't sweet. But if I shake it off, there's gonna be blood on the concrete. I can feel the pressures now, I know you don't believe. But if I turn my back on my siblings and I pick up my shit and leave, do they care? Do they know the struggles in my life? Or maybe I'm selfish, people say that ain't right. I only know how to live for me, that's the way I was taught. The new car in 24s ain't the way it was bought. I had to have it, like an addict. Getting paid is drastic. Nice shit, you know it's always automatic. When I came through grinning, they knew I was back at it. And fuckers that wanna double cross, think twice about it. I'm nasty with mine, on the grind. Time is money, I won't give up. I don't give a fuck what, yeah. I'm about to pass the mic to my boy ER so we can get it together like ghetto superstars.
I'm a ghetto superstar, get this money real far, then I bring it in close, cause that's how we do it the most. Freestyling through my dome, here we go, send them home, get another flow, and we get it going on. Just had us pistachio ice cream, so I'm feeling real ice cream. Saw a play about these lesbos, yeah, and I'm about to call him back. There we go. It is good.
Yeah, keep it going. Off the top of the dome, you know I never answer the phone. I close all the curtains when I'm at home alone, trying to shake the noise that's going through my brain. Things are going on, man. I'm trying to remain from staying insane, but people don't really know what's bugging inside of my soul. I gotta let it out. I want a record that's gold. Oh, truth be told, and motherfuckers better know I came through spitting my styles because the game is so cold. Bitches stay on the street, the players stay on the sidewalk. The track is for pimping, bitch, so get it together. You know I fuck with whoever. I put it down. ER South Central Boyle Heights, 23rd letter.
Yeah, money on my mind, cause we stay on the grind. We doing radio times, and we getting that mines, got that money belling up, and we stacking it up. We in the scene, yeah, baby, and we popping it up. And ain't no stopping when we keep it going, rocking freestyle with no beats, and I just don't stopping. I got my mind zone in the mental flex, so I flex what's best, and I'm doing the rest. I get the and you can't contest this, cause I'm blessed with this lyrical.
Never let it go. I grab the microphone and just start spitting the flows, you know, letting the whole crowd know what's in my soul. When I come through, man, I'm spitting the game. I'm about 36 years old. When I was 15, I went to YA for the first time. Damn, the shit that I seen, you wouldn't believe what came. Oh, that's it, man.
That's cool, man. Let's give a round of applause for them, man. Let's give them a round of applause for them, man. They did. I'm gonna be going like this. Is there a way to put the camera so I can go like this?
You know, it's it's funny because as far as like rapping, you know, it's like exercise. You know, it's freestyling. You know, it's a form of exercise, and it's funny because a lot of the songs that we recorded recently,
that whole album almost is just like off the top of the head.
Off the top of the head, you know, we just. We found it more, and it creates more of a creative energy, back and forth type of energy we have. So it's
we try to produce kind of like my idea was like you want to think about what it would look like to be live on stage, and I like Redman and Method Man, like the Outkast, and like those groups have a lot of good like back and forth when they're on stage with each other. So instead of listening to 16 bars for a rapper, sometimes that gets boring. So if I do 4 and then he goes 4, or I do 8 and then he goes 8, it kind of makes it a little more dynamic and interesting to the listener, which is what we want. We don't want to lose their attention. You know, people's attention spans are growing smaller and smaller by the day, you know. So
the more I keep smoking, it's getting smaller.
Still smoking. Cheech and Chong.
What do you mean? I smoke.
I don't know. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I think, you know, and freestyling's fun, man. That's just like improv, you know. Sometimes you could come off the top of the head with something that you already have written just to kind of get that warmness out. And then once you're kind of comfortable in front of the mic, then you just start spitting. And, you know, if you could grab stuff from the crowd, like if I could say your name and pull it, talk about your chain, talk about your shoes, your jersey, that's dope. People like that, you know, because it's like magic. You're staying on rhythm and you're not falling off. You're juggling the words, and it's a cool way to entertain the crowd with words, you know.
Right. How much we have left?
Like half an hour still.
Half an hour. Let's do half an hour. Okay. Wow. I'm like last time it went past quick, and that today is it's a little more longer. Hey, I really thank you guys for like
I think last time we played music though too. That kind of eats up some time too, you know.
Oh, well, in here we just have a talk.
Next time.
We just have a talk show.
Yeah.
You think next time we could have it is it possible to?
Oh yeah, next time we can get all the instrumentals and
Oh,
stuff.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
time.
Me
it's all
neither.
good,
Like,
man.
I want to
like.
charge this up too. Is there another cord?
Oh, he can use. Oh shoot.
Yeah,
You're-
just
He can use it. Don't worry.
disconnect it. Yeah, man, but it's still, we appreciate you letting us come through, you know?
Thanks.
Well,
People-
Yeah. You know, another thing about the freestyling is funny. Is like we have a lot of content and songs. Sometimes we create so much songs. I know for my case, like I have to like rehearse the songs just to remember it sometimes.
right.
Cause you know,
Yeah, because you just make it on the spot and you
Yeah.
write it, so it's not memorized.
Like me sometimes like right now you saw like how we forgot that the mic was in front of us and I hit an accent.
yeah.
It happens like you know like right now I did it too and I saw you did it and I'm like okay I feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable right now. But yeah man I mean we all gotta start somewhere you know and I know you guys have a future. I know I'm not gonna say I think I know you guys have a future like
But it's already emotion. It's not a
you
question
know,
of
we
if
all-
or,
it's not
or
a
what's
question
happening.
like it's
We're-
happening.
We in the business for
Yeah,
sure,
like-
you know? Like it's just a matter of what's gonna happen, you know? Life is interesting because your financial situation can go from rock bottom to skyrocketing in one day like this, you know? Things change. But it's up to every individual, every person to be prepared so when the opportunity comes, you can seize the moment. You know what I'm saying? If that opportunity comes knocking on your door and you're not ready, that's on you.
Tell
You know what I'm
me
saying?
about it.
I say
about-
stay trained up. That's my thing is keep working hard and stay trained up.
Well, the saying is that luck is when opportunity meets preparation.
Yes.
So that's exactly what you're saying is that
Yes.
you're preparing yourself for that opportunity to step into the moment.
I was talking to someone today about when I had an agent, you know, because he auditions all the time and he books roles and he's been on TV and stuff. And I would get frustrated. I would be like, man, my agent sends me out on some whack ass jobs. But I had to change my mindset. It was not my agent. It's that my level of skill wasn't at the level that it needed to be at in order to audition for the type of roles that I wanted. I needed to raise my level of skill. So in order for me to get the stuff that I want, I got to train. I got to raise my level. Because when I raise that level, those people are going to come looking for me.
That
You know
is-
what I'm saying? So I just changed it. But this is change your mindset. You know, there's a mindsets for success and there's mindsets for failure. And it's just weird because it just clicks. Sometimes stuff clicks in you. And I live, like I know I'm not going to live forever. I know where I'm born. I don't know where I'm going to lay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And tomorrow's not promised. So every day that I wake up, I'm grateful. I'm not one of those guys who goes to work Monday and says, damn, only 4 more days to the weekend. Fuck that. I love Monday. I love Monday just like I love Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hell
appreciate
yeah,
every day.
hell yeah,
You know what
hell
I'm
yeah.
saying? Because you
Fuck
gotta appreciate that, man. That might be the last day. So
Yeah.
love it, you know. And even if you're just doing your regular job, man, take some pride in it. Do it, because I guarantee you, mark my words, you won't be doing that shit forever. If you do it with passion and intention, it's only a matter of time before you rise into a different situation. You know,
Like-
everything is temporary.
Like also some people like right like it's true like some people be like that if they don't pay me I'm not gonna do it and then you go like well if you don't start free you're not gonna nobody's gonna know who the hell you are
Mm-hmm.
like nobody's gonna know who the fuck you are like like
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean like
Yeah. No.
look, I seen some dudes I'm gonna say it on Facebook no names oh I'm a producer what do you do bro I'm just on my computer making beats. That's not a producer they direct you're just a beat maker that's what
Yeah.
you are. A producer makes a record they go out there and do a record like for the artist
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Mhm.
see what I'm trying to say here is like
Yeah, there's a difference between a producer and a beat maker. That's
Yeah,
a
because
fact. Quincy Jones is a producer. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Dr. Dre is a producer
correct. Yeah, because they
And a beat maker.
they direct. The music is the movie, and the producer is the director, and the rapper is the actor.
exactly
And that's what it is. You know,
It's
and
a
he's gonna
team.
tell you, I need you to come up here or just not
Engineer?
say that. You know, yeah.
engineers too
That's the
engineers-
editor. Oh, yeah,
engineers are artists all
engineers are
themselves,
those-
yeah.
you know what I mean like
That's post production and motion picture. The engineer is the editor. He's the one who's
Yeah,
coloring it. He's
that's
gonna
what
make
I'm
it sound brighter. He's gonna make
Yeah.
it sound clean.
Yeah.
If you don't have like it takes teamwork to make the dream work, man. You know what I'm saying?
and a lot of people like some people like the rappers say oh I'm the one like I'm like they get all cocky they go oh I'm the one who's doing the and then there's some rappers like they say no my producer did that my engineer did that And right, like,
Yeah.
there's some, but
There's a great team behind everybody who's very successful. There's a great team, you know.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you everybody. No matter whether your role is small or big, everybody's role is
Important. It's valid.
equally important.
Yeah, like
So-
his role is important. Like if we didn't have an engineer in here,
Yeah,
we wouldn't. If we didn't have a rapper or an actor, there wouldn't be no guests.
or
I
just
mean,
like on the movie sets, if there's
You
no
know.
extras, how you gonna lay out
Yeah.
the scene?
It'd be a lonely world.
right.
right, like, it'd be like
right.
and a lot of rappers, they don't want to admit that.
Mm.
They don't want to. They think they want to take all the credit.
I
Like,
get it.
right,
Because
like, even-
sometimes we get caught up in our own heads. I admit it. Sometimes, right?
I was one of them too. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I was
Right.
rapping when I was younger, I was like, shit, I'm the shit. Like I'm already making money,
But
and then they went like,
You have to have that though. You have to have confidence in yourself. That kind of confidence, but you also have to be humble enough to acknowledge that it's not just about you. Also, so it's a balance of having that confidence and the balance of also being humble at the same time.
yeah, like pretty much.
Yeah, it's a constant struggle. It's,
I mean, yeah, like sometimes the artist is the image too. Like
Right.
the producer builds like kind of like a studio. If it doesn't have this at first, and then you start putting the
yeah.
the little pads and it's starting to look good. Like kind of like that's what a producer does. Am I correct or am I wrong?
Or directing the music
Like
and
direct the music, right? That's what they direct the music, not just make the beat. Like right now, you see a lot of people go to right. It's true, right? Like they go to Guitar Center. I'll buy an M-Box. I buy Pro Tools or an FL Studio. Hey, look, I made a beat. I'm a producer. What's the name of the? How many records did you produce or direct? Did
Right.
you, right? Like
Yeah.
that's where you like. Some people be saying that. I used to be one of them. That's what I'm saying. Like I used to like. Oh, I'm already making a beat. I
Well,
already got it.
technology's changed everything because you figure 20 years ago you needed reel to reel to even do music.
Yeah.
You had to be on tape, and it was a different business.
I learned the music producing actually.
Maybe 30 years ago. I might be too short.
That's how I learned. That's how I learned more of the engineering side of it, is actually messing with the Triton keyboard and the MPC and just kind of getting hands on with it. And I started off actually producing. And teaching myself how to engineer to record friends of mine. And then I've realized they don't have as much energy and dedication as I got. So I said, you know what, forget that. I'm done doing that shit. I'm gonna work on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Like for example, you guys already have proved yourselves. You guys don't have you guys already have shown that, hey, I produce. I done my homework already. Like, and then I'm talking about the rookies. They come down, and then they always want to like say, "Oh, I'm famous already," and they're not even famous yet, right?
But the thing is that's what it is. The intention for doing it is wrong. Like we're doing it because I like doing it. I'm not doing it.
They're doing it for the money.
They're doing it.
They're doing it for the money.
I don't know them, but everyone. If you're doing it for it, your intention it matters. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it just to be famous, then you're gonna get your heart broken.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to add quick that it seems like it's always the people who've done it the least amount of time that they think they know the most about it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I was just thinking because me and Ronin, we've been kind of hanging out at different social events a lot, and it's funny because maybe 20 years ago I would have that mindset like like this is where it's at. But now, like, we go out to parties, we on the yacht, we doing red carpets and stuff.
I seen it.
And then, but like, it's not about that though. It's not.
Yeah.
It's really about just showing face and representing.
That's just part of it. It's just part of it. Like it's just part of it.
It comes with the industry.
It's part of the business. See, in the entertainment business, the business and the party start at the exact same time. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes there's gonna be liquor and there's gonna be music, but it's also business too. These people are watching you and they're seeing how you operate even when you're faded or whatever,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What advice can you guys, like, if you guys can, will give kids out there like who are starting on their music, they got their little beatbox already and everything, like what advice will you guys give them?
Just put it out there. Don't be afraid to to step up and be seen, good or bad, because you can only learn from it. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to make you stronger. So you just got to be able to put yourself out there and take criticism, good or bad.
Yeah. Everything you want is on the other side of what you fear. So don't be afraid to be judged. The guy that isn't afraid to go further is always the one that ends up successful. Right. The guy who's timid and doesn't want to cross the line never makes it. No. You got to be willing to go if you want to get recognized. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You think Chaka, we talked about him before, right?
Let's talk about him.
You think he'd be recognized today for what he is if he wasn't bold to put his name where people normally wouldn't? That's what got him recognized, A
lot of people are imitating him now because we don't know if it's a real Chaka doing that now because still see he's I don't think he's like 50. Maybe he's 40s or 50 something maybe right now.
He's probably 50 right now.
He's not gonna be. Yeah. He's not gonna. I don't think
he's out there, man.
You think so?
You out there, man. His style's his style, man. I don't know him, but I just be knowing. I see his stuff, man.
How about we go out there and investigate and try to see if he's just still out there?
But see, like even someone like himself as an artist, he's not doing it for fame. He's already doing it for something.
He's already famous.
No, but it's something deeper on why he's doing it. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, but there's something in his soul that makes him do that all the time. He's an artist, bro. I don't care. I mean, maybe he started with a spray can, but
no, to me,
I see him as an artist, you know.
So I used to see his name everywhere.
We just seen him right here in Melrose.
Melrose, yeah.
And that's his style. So it's something different because whatever he wanted when he was 15 or 18 that he was doing, he got it already. So he's doing it for other reasons. He it's something, and that's what that's just an example on what drives artists. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more than just the trophy or something. I don't know. It's something that drives your soul. You know what I'm saying? You're here. You're booking this room and everything because there's something deep inside of you that's telling you to do it. Something that's calling you. Something that's saying, the little voice, and you're listening to the voice, and that's good because that voice is going to carry you to the next room or the next place. I do hear voices on my head.
I'm not crazy, but I do hear voices on my head sometimes telling me to do it.
You got to listen to that.
I honestly think everybody is crazy. It's the ones who ain't crazy I'm worried about.
Yeah. we could put it that way, right? Like we could put it in that way. Like we all have our little crazy imagination. Like producers, if they didn't have no imagination. Or creators, they wouldn't have no.
Look at Kanye. He's crazy as fuck, but he's fucking. He's fucking awesome. That's really, another artist. I would love to work with Kanye. So Kanye, I want to work with you. I feel like that's another one.
You mentioned Kanye West, but
I work with Kanye. He's no, you're not fucking with Kanye.
I was about to say something about, but I can't say nothing about.
Oh, Travis Scott. What's up, man? We want to work with Travis Scott. He's hot,
Travis
man.
Scott,
shout out to Houston.
Yeah,
I was about to say something about our president, but I can't say nothing because I'll get canceled.
Yeah, let's leave politics out of it.
No, Facebook will. You know how Facebook is getting right now.
They censoring everybody.
They censoring. Yeah. They probably will censor, but you guys can watch the video later on when we upload it. Yes, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna because we say bad words and all that stuff. They're probably gonna
suppress.
They're probably gonna be canceling and all that stuff.
Diversify or die is something that touches on a lot of our video when it comes out. It's gonna be very commentary.
Well, you know what? We're gonna talk about. What do you guys think about Trump?
What
in Europe, if there's no comment, then there's no comment. But what do you guys think about that?
Reality TV, man. He sells. So, to be honest, man, I think he generates money. So as long as someone is generating press and money, he's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the U.S. had issues with Nixon, and I think they had issues with Reagan, and this is always it. People are gonna oppose opposite parties or whatever too. But this is, I don't agree with everything, but this is America, and people have the ability to be voted into power. That's what our country was founded on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the only thing that we could do, I mean, if there's people out there that don't like them, then vote in 2020.
I'm gonna make a point.
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna make a point. I heard this comedian. I can't think of his name. But he said something that I think is right on the point. He said that Obama was the president that everybody wanted to strive to be. Trump is the president what America is. So I think in that point, that kind of sums it up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if they want to get, like, for example, I'm not trying to put our people down. Like, I'm Mexican too. My parents are Mexicans too, but they're done it the legal way now. They're legal. Like, it's like if I go to somebody's house, right, and I don't respect their rules, like, right, like maybe, I mean, maybe no, I don't want to lose no. Like, the more, but I'm saying the truth. You know what I mean? Like, maybe Trump's intentions are good, but he doesn't know how to talk. Sometimes he doesn't know how to talk. That's what it is. Like, he doesn't know how to talk. Like, you know, maybe his intentions are good, but some people take it offensive. That's what it is.
I mean, some of the realest people are like don't know how to talk. So
look at me, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, from the neighborhood, they may be sincere and nice and kind, and I'm not speaking on him, but I'm just saying in general.
Everybody,
you know, but you know, you can't play nice all the fucking time.
Sometimes you gotta be. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey,
you know,
right? Like,
girls don't like nice guys, man. They you know, they want you to be kind of, you know.
Is that what I have that I'm an asshole?
You gotta
Maybe
be.
That's why I get girls.
You gotta be an asshole a little bit, not 100% asshole, but maybe like 60%.
Yeah, because look at my face. I mean, I'm not even all that, but nah. I mean.
I don't know, man.
But that was a good topic. The reason why I brought that in, because I was reading a lot about that. You know, like, I don't understand politics, so I really don't get into politics. That's why what I do.
I mean, but if you want to talk about it, then you have to read. That's the whole point. You got to understand it, though, so that you can have a point of view. You got to educate yourself, because then if you just listen to what the news tells you, you don't know. But if you want to know, you got to read, educate yourself, and that'll give you a point of view. You got to understand why there's different parties and what that means, you know, and which one actually represents you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have $50 million in the bank, you more than likely probably going to be a Republican.
I'm actually.
You get what I'm saying?
Should I say it?
You know what I'm saying? Because those people are lobbying for tax exemptions for people that have money.
Business.
Where the opposite is the opposite. So if you don't really understand it, you can't really even talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Actually a Republican.
We gotta find a middle.
I'm actually a Republican because I started my own security company that I'm starting.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
So the business. I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, but this and that. No, because our business, we want to make, we want to do our business better, right? We want to bring some profits in, we want to, but hey, it is what it is.
We just got to find a way.
Coming out as Republican on TV.
Vote for Ronin and ER for president.
Yo, ER and Ronin Gray for president.
So yeah, man, we'd be the mayor of the city, man. We'll run for city council or something, City council. And then America's a very big landmass, Each
Super
state
big.
is like its own country, If you've been around the country, everything's different accents, different regions, We first have to focus on what's going on at home, you know what I'm saying? And with ourselves, the people around us, our communities, our cities, our counties, our state. Before we can go to address the whole issue for the whole country, it starts in the where you at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could do stuff here for now. The bigger issue, we can make a bigger impact by starting right here, right now. You get what I'm saying? Versus trying to
change the world.
Yeah,
change your block first.
Change yourself, and you can change the whole world.
It's like what he said. Like, a lot of people complain about Trump, right? Well, the majority of people were Latinos who voted for him.
Yeah.
They were the majorities who vote. So now why are you complaining because of the things that he's doing? You know what I mean?
I saw a new poll and said something like 30% of black people are like Trump now. So the percentage of even African Americans are growing. So I really don't know, man. I just know sometimes,
I just know that we still live in America, and I'm proud to be an American of Mexican descent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down for all of the
right?
people who fought in wars and died for us, for our country, for our rights, for our ability to even be here and say what we want right now, because in other places you can't do this. You can't talk about the president. There'll be 6 motherfuckers waiting for you outside the door.
He said it
in
straight
other
up.
countries, man.
And then if you
know
go,
what I'm saying? So
try doing that over there where our parents are
I'm just
from.
saying. I'm just saying that those are the things that sometimes people don't really understand why do you think so many people are trying to come to this country?
Freedom of speech.
But not
right?
just that, but there's a lot of other things that's why people still want to be here.
Hey,
you know?
if you travel anywhere outside of the country, they don't care if you black, white, yellow, you're an American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm American.
Right. It don't.
are.
You know what I'm saying? Like none of that shit matters anywhere else. They like, where you from? California? Oh, you American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like okay, so.
But you gotta, you know what? The whole world. Here's a couple things. The whole world hasn't. Everyone in the U.S. hasn't had the privilege to travel. They haven't had the privilege to go overseas because it's expensive or whatever. Another thing that's important too, I wish like more people would do it, is if you did your DNA and you were able to break yourself down, and then you would know how much European blood you have, how much indigenous Native American blood you have. When you see that, you think about yourself different. You can't be of Mexican descent, grow up and say, I don't like black people, and fucking find out you got 10% black African in your blood.
That's right. Yeah,
when you do this, your whole mind will change because you start to see, like, you can't deny the DNA doesn't lie.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of people don't know, but
But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all one people. If another species came, all that other shit, race and religion and all that shit wouldn't matter. If he's white and she's black and he's red and she's yellow, they could still procreate and keep the human race alive.
I mean, look at my brother married a white girl. My cousin, she's half black. She's half black, so I cannot talk shit about no race because, you know.
But you're mixed though,
you know,
too. You don't even. I'm telling you,
I'm
though,
probably mixed,
but
like,
you don't know what's in your DNA.
I probably am mixed.
Until you know what's in your DNA.
I don't even know.
That's exactly what most people don't.
Some people say Some people say we're French. Some people say I'm mixed with Spanish, with Europeans.
And then all the different wars that the U.S. has had, right? Because it's gone through many different hands. It wasn't always America. It was part of Britain. It was part of France. It was part of Spain. Things have changed, right? As that shit changes, you don't know. When I do my research and I look back on my family, anything on my European side, I could trace back to like 1450, all the way back into Europe, right? Anything on my indigenous native side, it'll stop right on my great-grandfather. Why? Because the way that you control people is by destroying their history. So that shit's gone. There's no record books of that shit.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they did in the ancient wars.
Because if you don't have no history, you don't have no culture. Well, that's what they did with black people. They bring them from Africa and all that
all
too,
over
you
the
know?
country. When in the Roman times or in Egypt, when countries invaded each other, they destroyed that history. Even now, even like with Jewish people in Germany, they tried to destroy their past so they won't exist. You know, and then some of those people held on to their history. You know what I'm saying? That's part of why they're so strong into it now. But every culture has that. But you know, there wasn't the wars and everything changes, right? And it's not all documented. You know,
it's like when you try to delete something from a computer, right? But it's in the hard drive. You don't know like who's gonna find that hard drive one day, and then they're gonna know a little bit more about history, right?
Yeah.
But they try to delete it. They try, right? That's what you're trying to say, right? Like they tried to delete it out of the.
Well, there's still clues sprinkled around, but the clues are in our DNA. I can't deny that I'm 38% Native American. Yeah. There's nothing that I can do to deny that. It's just a part of, and if your family's from Mexico, you're part of it too. But it's deeper. It gets deep.
I mean, my parents aren't from your grandfather. He's from the same Jalisco, right?
Yeah.
So I'm probably.
But everybody who's from Mexico is. I can't say everybody, right? Somebody would object to this, but it is a country of people who are mixed mestizo and European Spaniard race. The whole country. When the Spanish came to conquer Mexico, they didn't bring no women. They only brought men. And what do you think they did? They were here for 3 years. That's how it makes the Mexican culture.
We already know what happened in the past.
You know what I'm saying? So every one of us is mixed. We're all mixed. That's what makes. We're like what a Creole is or whatever. That's like French and black. We're all a mix. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are more mixed than others. You know, and if we were indigenous people, all of our Hernandez, Cortez, Gutierrez, Fernandez, all those are Spanish surnames. None of those names belong to the indigenous people. Now, I'm not knocking the Europeans. We're just a hybrid of both of them. Yeah. You know, we can't. You know, we can. I mean, I can't damn one or the other side because, you're mixed. You know, it's like if you're half black and half white, can you hate white people? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a touchy.
I got no hate against no.
It's a touchy subject though, right? How can you hate when it's yourself?
What do you think about that?
Think about not hating people.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
You all for it?
Yeah. I mean, we are all mixed. So
we're all mixed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Eastern European as hell.
Yeah, you guys got the Facebook Live ratings up right now. We're talking about all this, man. I'm more like,
I think the 23andMe thing really opened a lot of our eyes, like finding out all of our heritage.
Yeah.
I mean, that could help. Imagine like a white supremacist finding out he has black people in his family.
Or finding out he's 3% North African or something like that. That would change.
That changes.
He would be like, damn. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
But then again, his people will be like, why until you find out you were, like, why you didn't like us before you find out you was, you know what I mean? Like, they could also be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, why is that change? Just because you are now, that's why, like, you know.
But why condemn people for something that they can't help?
Because they could control
like their skin color or their hair.
Or their sexual preference, or maybe they have a disability. You can't
control that.
People can't control that.
We have a friend.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say no names. That he's a little different, but he's cool.
Everybody's a little different.
We have a friend. That's all we're gonna say.
Different too.
Well, you know,
we all different.
Because you brought the gay.
Oh, okay.
Pat,
there ain't nothing wrong with gay
Hey,
people,
man.
We all have a friend.
Shout out to the LBGTQP. I don't know community, right?
LGBTQ.
We're just fucking around right now.
Nah, but shout out. I don't got. We ain't got no.
Yeah, there's no hate here.
I you know, but I was gonna say, like, by creating division, you prevent people from coming together. So maybe you know, maybe we need to get beyond like all the outside noise and things we are filtered with all the time, and kind of just get back and trusting our natural senses, our natural ability to like get to know people and relate. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, the more we could come together and bring our opinions and our ideas together, man, we could create that change and not be separated by race shit that doesn't even matter, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know.
I think it's more of an economic issue. I think, you know, if you're white, black, brown, and you're poor, we all in the same neighborhood.
Hey,
we're all poor.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. The issue is finance. I mean, I think economics.
No, yeah, but it's stupid. Like growing up in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to school with a lot of people, even going into gangs. Like, I think I go to school with someone who's Hispanic, and we get older, and now I can't hang with them because my neighborhood don't like Spanish neighborhood, or even with Bloods and Crips. Like I can't be friends with him.
Guys, he's informed me that we have 3 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so in 3 minutes, you guys' music so you guys already talked about the ER versus
it's on all digital platforms. Be ready for the music video coming soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the takeover.
So you guys don't have a date exactly yet, right?
I'd say next week, next Friday.
Social medias?
And also we coming soon, we got the sequel to ER versus RG, the Super Turbo Championship Edition.
All right, man. All right.
The EP.
All right.
Turbo, baby.
Turbo, the Super Turbo Championship Edition coming out.
Yeah, my Instagram is Ronin Baptiste, and you could go to my website roningray.com if you want to find all my media links.
Yes, and my IG and Twitter is at ER7879. Like I said, check out for Happy Face. Just shot a movie with Michael Keaton called What Is Life Worth? So check out for that. And Light as a Feather on Hulu, season 2.
All right, for sure. So this is it for THN TV. Next week's show, I'm going to have Gloria Soul, a.k.a. Glow. She did a couple of songs with Mr. Capone.
Cool.
When I hit her up, I was like shocked. So I'm sorry about that. I'm a little nervous. Like right now, I got a little nervous. But I'm gonna have
prepared, man. That's it.
I'm gonna have Gloria. I'm looking at the. It's because Gloria.
You trying to talk to her? You looking at
No, no, no,
Hey,
no.
what's up, baby? I'm gonna have you on the show
no,
next
no,
week.
no. She's probably watching. Nah, but she's we're gonna have. He's just messing around. We're gonna have Gloria Soul. She might perform us a little song.
Cool, man.
Well, that's it for today.
All right.
THN, thank you guys for coming.
Cool, man. Yeah,
Cool.
appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
guys
having
for
us.
coming, man.
Yes,
Thank you,
man.
And get some rest, man.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Get that money.
All right, perfect. Yeah.